So in terms of the development sector then, we can see from this chart that education receives the largest portion of corporate social investment spend. Now, we've been tracking this over a number of years, and education has consistently received more than a third of expenditure. But last year, for the first time, we saw that education, and this again is the orange right-hand side of the chart, education received over 40% of expenditure for the first time since we started tracking. So it really does, it is the sector that is receiving the bulk of corporate social investment spend. Looking at where this comes from and the growth in education, we see that it's come largely at the expense of the health sector. As little as 3 years back, in 2009, 60% of corporates were supporting health projects, and now that's fallen to 30%. And the amount of expenditure going to health has declined from 19% to 12%. So we've seen quite a shift there from health expenditure to education expenditure. Okay, so other than funding kind of direct project costs and direct project expenditure, corporates can also choose to fund more indirect types of activities, such as research, advocacy, or linkage and coordination programs. And we've been testing this for 2 years now. And what you can see from the left red side of the chart is that there's still quite a lot of companies that won't support these more indirect methods. We at Trilog believe it's very important to support these, because this is where you get the sharing of lessons, where you get the development of new models and the sharing of best practice and application of best practice. The good news is we did see an increase in the last year. So whereas only 40% of companies last year said that they were willing to fund developmental research, this increased to 60%. We also saw an increase in the willingness to fund linkage programs to over 50% of corporates. But there's still there's less willingness to fund advocacy programs. And we think that's firstly around corporates not wanting to get involved in any political agendas, but also the fact that it's very difficult to see tangible and immediate impact from these advocacy activities.